In this video, I'm going to cover variables and expressions. So our vocab for the words that you see here, we're going to need you to fill in. A variable is a symbol, usually a letter, that represents the value of a variable quantity. So that's why they call it a variable quantity. So really the letter could be any letter that you want to pick. You could pick X, you could pick the letter Y, you could pick the letter M. So really it's just think about any letter from the alphabet. And then an expression, here is your next blank. An expression is a math phrase. And it's going to have one or more variables, and there may be some math operations in there like adding or subtracting or multiplying or dividing. Multiplying, you might see the dot for the multiply as well, so just be aware there's a couple ways to represent that. Now here are, in this table, multiple examples for addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And what I mean by examples is words that you could use to describe addition. So if your English teacher was saying write a paper but don't say the word nice, could you pick a different word for the word nice? That's what this is kind of doing. So instead of addition, added to, sum of, more than, increased by, total of, plus, in all, or all together, all those phrases would mean addition. And sorry, my dog is barking in the background. For subtraction, some for other phrases for subtraction, you could use subtracted from, minus, difference, less or less than. And I'll talk to you about the difference between less and less than. Decreased by, fewer than, or take away. Now multiplication, here are some examples of words that you could describe multiplication. Multiplied by, product, times, of, the word of you'll see a lot in word problems. Twice means you multiply by 2. Tripled means multiplied by 4. Squared means you multiply that number by itself. And then for words that you could use for division would be things like divided by, quotient of, out of, per, ratio, or even the word half. You could maybe even see the word third or quartered, and those would all mean divide. Now that we have some of the vocab down, my next video will talk about practicing using those word phrases and putting in the operation that it should represent, and then writing out what the actual expression would be.